Sonnet 18. It is written by William Shakespeare. How many sonnets does Shakespeare write? 113. 13. 130. Okay, let us wait. We'll go there one by one. So this is William Shakespeare, and what sonnet is at the very beginning. I would like to review something else. Sonnet. Sonnet consists of how many lines? 14 lines.
14 lines.
Each and every line must be iambic pentameter.
Yes.
It's obviously a short poem because it has only 14 lines, and it has a regular rhyme scheme. On the basis of a rhyme scheme, sonnets are divided into 6 parts or 6 groups. We have seen that. What are the 6? First of all, Petrarchan sonnet or Italian sonnet. Next, Shakespearean sonnet, Spenser sonnet, Miltonic sonnet, Turgenev sonnet, Cardinal sonnet. Basis on these things, and this is called also a lyric poem as well. Why? Because there we have found the musical ability. It can be express the personal emotions, and it has a regular rhyme scheme, meter. So easily you can turn it into a song. That's why it is called a
Sonnet.
lyric poem as well. Okay, the sonnet is obviously a lyric poem. And what are the features of Shakespearean sonnet? We have mentioned that Shakespearean sonnet has 4 stanzas. First 3 stanzas are called a what? Quatrain. First 3 stanza is called a quatrain, and the last 2 lines is called a couplet. So, what should be the rhyme scheme of the Shakespearean sonnet? You will say, there are some features written. You just read it out. A 14-line poem that consists of 3 quatrains and 1 couplet. Already I have mentioned. Couplet means a pair of lines that rhyme concludes a sonnet. So whenever you see that, whenever you see what is the heroic couplet, when you see a poem consists of 2 lines, stanza, and all the 2 lines rhyme scheme are the same. For example, A, and the second 2 lines are B, third lines are C, fourth couplet is D. This called is what? Heroic couplet. When you will see that the similar way it is repeated again and again. Okay. And a quatrain means what? A quatrain means there must have how many lines? 4 lines. Okay. In Turgenev we see that in a stanza there are 3 lines. That's why we call it Turgenev. Written in iambic pentameter.
What that stanza called?
Which one?
When it is 3 lines, then what will be the stanza called?
Turgenev. Already we mentioned. Okay.
Turgenev sonnet, and in this case they are called quatrain. In that case also they are called quatrain or not?
No, that is called Turgenev.
That's it.
Turgenev.
Yes.
Okay. 3 lines. Whenever each and every stanza consists of 3 lines and regular rhyme scheme, that is called Turgenev. But when a stanza consists of 4 lines and these are regular, in that case we say that this is a quatrain. To be a quatrain, it is not necessary to have the regular rhyme scheme, but what is the necessary, what is the mandatory? To have the 4 lines. Okay. Anyway, rhyme scheme are given here, and later on we'll show them. The differences between Petrarchan or Italian sonnet and Shakespearean sonnet or English sonnet. In Petrarchan sonnet, you will see that is called, there are 2 portions. First 8 line is called octave, and second stanza is called sisted. Okay. In case of octave, you see that the rhyme scheme A, B, B, A, but the sisted may have the rhyme scheme seems to be C, D, E, or it can be varied from K. But in Shakespearean sonnet, you see that how many quatrains are there? A, B, C, D, E, F, and what? E, F, and last G. So there are 3 quatrains, and in the next slide it will be more. So first of all, we'd like to discuss the background of Shakespearean sonnet. What Shakespeare sonnet were composed in 1593 to 1601. He started writing sonnet in 1593 and he completed writing 1601 and he published in 1609. How many sonnets he has written? 154 sonnets. 154 sonnets. And more interestingly, what? All written in the form of 3 quatrains and a couplet, that is now recognized as Shakespearean sonnet. As Shakespeare has written it, that's why it is called Shakespearean sonnet. It's not true. On the basis of rhyme scheme, on the basis of structure, it is called Shakespearean sonnet. Is it clear to me? Okay. If you write, if you follow the same way, if you go to Michael Madhusudan's, you will see that he mostly used Petrarchan sonnet, an octave and the sisters. But if you follow this, your sonnet will also call me a Shakespearean sonnet. So who writes this, it doesn't matter. What features you have applied, it is important to recognize what type of sonnet it is. Is it clear now?
That is, sir, this system invented by Shakespeare.
Shakespeare. That's why it is called the Shakespearean sonnet. And I have already mentioned that before Shakespeare, no English writer have invented or tried to form a new sonnet. That's why Shakespearean sonnet is called also English sonnet. And more interesting thing is that it is important to know the background. First, he is sonnet 154 sonnets. He has divided. We can divide into 3 portions. First 126, from 127 to 152, and 153 to 154. So these 126 sonnets, he addresses only one thing. He addresses only one thing, addresses to whom? To his friend. Critic says that, seems to be that it is his friend and his patrons as well, who doesn't intend to get married. He says that I will never get married. That's why Shakespeare writes one after one sonnets to pursue him, to convince him so that he can agree to get married himself. Is it clear? The second portions from 126 to 152, he addresses to him dark lady. He addresses to him dark lady, only a single lady. The lady is called dark lady. This is not her name. Most of the critics say that maybe Shakespeare falls in love with a lady and there is a separation. But more interesting thing is that whenever he addresses the lady, he doesn't use any negative words. So what does it mean? That he wants to take the revenge. He wants to take the revenge. How? Telling him positively. For example, we can say that Jahangir and Fahad, they are the close friend. Somehow they are now separated. And Fahad obviously destroys the life of Jahangir. So what will Jahangir do? He will try to appreciate his activities and he will try to give more and more positive remarks. So listening these positive ones, the man must be changed. So this is one kind of revenge, okay, positively. So he does it, and the rest of the two, 153 and 154, these 2 sonnets are as usual, okay, the ordinary subject matter. So from these 2 slides, what we can say that when he started writing his sonnet, can anyone tell that when he started writing the sonnet? 1953, and he completed writing all of his sonnets in 1601, and when he published it 1609 or 1609, and he doesn't divided the sonnets into 3 groups, but the readers, the critics divided the sonnets into 3 groups. First 126 sonnets he addresses to his close friend. Seems to be that he is his patron as well, to pursue him, to convince him so that he can get married. And in sonnet 18 you will see that what is the benefit of marriage, he explains it, okay. And next 126, it means that 127 to 152 he addressed to dark lady, and the rest one, so sonnet 18. Okay. And this is the introducing of sonnet 18. Later on we'll discuss it. Just first of all, how to read the sonnet in the modern version? Very easy. So there are two portions you have seen that this is the original sonnet and this is the modern language, because when you go through the sonnet you have seen that some words are obsolete words. Have you found any obsolete words in the poem? What are they?
Thou,
compare thy, thee. Such words you have seen, and sometimes we have seen such a words as well. These are the obsolete words. Okay. So here one of the translators have translated into modern language. How shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Whether I could compare it to the summer's day or not. Obviously, this is a modern version is what? Shall I compare it to a summer's day? And we say that it is a rhetorical question.
Yes.
The answer lies there. No, you should not compare me with a summer's day. Why? Why the answer is negative? To get the answer, you should go to the next 2 or 3 lines. Okay. So thou art more lovely, more temperate. What does it mean? That you are more lovely and more constant. So your love, you are more lovely and more constant. Summer is a fade one. Summer is a shorter one. At any moment it can be changed. But you love is more than summer's day. Okay. Then rough winds to do shake. Darling birds of May. Darling birds of May. What does it? Rough winds shake the beloved birds of May. What does it mean that? Rough winds do shake. Dating birds of May. Here May is a time frame is given there. Birds. What does it mean by bird? B-U-D. Birds.
Birds that means before blooming the flowers. This situation or this time is the whole part.
Time. আমরা আরেকভাবে বলতে পারি যে নতুন যে পাতা গজায় ঢাল গজায় সেটাকে আমরা বার্ডস বলছি। The softest, fresh, tender branches of the tree is called birds. So whenever you know that the strong winds comes, what's happened? It may be shake, it may be destroyed.
Yes.
But your love is more constant than the birds of the summer. That's why your love should not be compared with a summer's day. And the answer is negative, that's why. And summer's lace hats, already we have got here, have all to shorter date. Summer is far too short. Summer is a shorter one. You know that season must be changed. When the weather changes, season has also changed, or because of the weather, the season changed. And the next quatrain, sometime to hot the eye of heaven shines. At times the sun is so hot. When? In the May day, in the summer's day. When the hot shines much and much, what's happened? The beauty of the nature has been faded. But your love will not be faded. In the third stanza, the third quatrain, we'll get the answer. Why not? Then, and open is he, his gold, complexion dimm'd, what? Or open goes behind the clouds. So you see, the extreme sun sometimes goes where? Behind the
clouds.
Clouds. In that time, you see that the sun cannot shine much, and what's happened? The sun will change. But your love, where it goes, it remains unchanged. Nowhere it can be changed at all. Is it clear? So that's why, which one is more powerful? The love or the summer's day?
Love.
Obviously love is summer's day. How he is pursuing, can you imagine? What is the benefit of getting love here? Here love is not what? Virtual love is here. This is a word, the marriage as well. Okay? Here love indicates the marriage. And every fear from fear sometimes declines. So what is the fear today? Tomorrow you will see that decline, that destroys. Our youth will not what I am now. After 10 years I will not be look like that. I will be different. But the love how it is, it will be remain unchanged, or it will be more than the present time as well. And one example we can say that you see that the couple of the old ages, what they are doing. My grandfathers or my grandparents, you can consider, at the last age, they feel they feel more than as they felt when they were youth. It's true, we see. Okay, so that's why.
Sir.
Yes, please.
I have got the meaning that the speaker addressing to his friend that is asking that to marry.
This is about the love. Just think it. Okay, already in the background, what I have said. From the background, I am saying, and from the poem.
Background.
Yes, I am telling. I am telling there. I am coming there. So here, what he says, just think, consider about the love, nothing else. Forget about the what marriage. Okay. Just what? How? What is the more powerful? Love or summer's day?
Obviously love.
Love. Obviously love. Why it is not revealed yet now? But what he said that the summers may fade. Summers cause of what? Storm. And when storm comes, it may shade support the birds of May. And the sun can also go where? Hides behind the cloud as well. But the love, it may not. If we go there, by chance or nature, changing courses, what? Untrained by misfortune or by nature, planned out courses. But the eternal summer shall not fade. By eternal summer. The eternal summer, what does it mean? What is the eternal summer here? Summer means this is not the season. Here summer is a word. Love. It refers to the eternal summer and shall not fade. It will never be faded as well. But at the second stanza, you have seen that he declares that in the second quatrain, he declares that the summer, what we get from the season, is faded. It is a shorter one. Next, nor loss possession of that fear thou what? Willst. What does it mean that? Nor will you lose the beauty that you possess. So, here the beauty means what? The physical beauty or something else? The beauty of love. Beauty, obviously, beauty of love. If you consider it our physical construction or something else, what do we see that? It must be faded. It must be faded. Is it clear? Okay. But whenever we consider our life, just think that way, why a couple can continue their conjugal life until their death? Because of the beauty of love. If there is any problem, they cannot continue it. If there is any fade things, you have found that you cannot continue it. So that's why he says in a word, your youth shall not fade. That's why here summer indicates a word. Here youth means the youth or beauty of lover. Nor lost possession, that already we have done. Then, nor shall dream death that thou wanders in his shade. So, we know that. Obviously, man is mortal. And after death cannot even own you. How? When I will die? Do you think that your parents died? Why not? Why not? They are physically alive, not for that reason. If someone may not have father or mother or parents even, but they are still now alive. How?
So in our hearts.
These are our hearts. You are recalling frequently them. That's why he mentioned that here, obviously. You asked me a question, how you are thinking that, okay, the answer is here. What? Nor shall death, here death is a word, death is a personification. You have said, nor death bird means what? The claim, his own property, the wonders in his shades. So death cannot what? Nor will death claim for you, okay, you for his own. He cannot say that you are his or death's property. So here death is a personification, at the same time you will not dead one. I haven't seen my grandfather. Myself I am talking. But still now I know what type of man he is. How I have heard it from my mother, from my uncles, from my father as well. What does it mean though? That still now he is alive in my mind. So here the love through the generation after generation, actually it indicates that generation after generation, human love will transmit it from one person to another person, and it will never be faded as well. Okay. Then of what? When in eternal lives to time thou growest, because in my eternal verse you will live forever. And the last two lines, so long. This is the message. And one thing I would like to share with you. In Shakespearean sonnet, the message is given always in the couplet. But in Petrarchan sonnet, the message is given first. And it means that where? In the octave. So these are the different. In tertiary, you will get the message of the poem where? In couplet as well. So long as man can breathe of every eyes can see. So what is so long as the eye? How long you will survive? How long the people will survive on earth? So every man cannot remember you. Who will remember you? Your next generation, your upcoming generation. It means that, so you need what? You need to leave some human being from your side. And what is the last line? So long lives this, and this gives life to thee. So how long? What? So long will this poem will live on, making you immortal. How long the poem survives, how long the poem is read, you will also be remembered forever. Example, we can say that whenever Shakespeare addressed his friend, it was long ago, 400 years back, but 400 years later when we read the poem, we recall home Shakespeare as well as his friend as well. So, however, how long the human being or the people will survive on the earth, what? The man will also survive. At the same time, how long the poem will survive or will be read, the person will be also.
Sir, is it necessary to make love with other person to get married?
How you can remember it, recalls after your death? That is the question.
Shakespeare is a poet or a play writer, so we can love him.
We can love him, yes, it's true.
Generation after generation. We are not getting married with him.
After 400 years, we are recalling him. It's true. It's one of the examples. But how many people are, how many become Shakespeare?
No one is becoming. But
in the world, how many we can recall? Who has no blood connected with us because of our blood, or we have no blood relation with them?
So is it not necessary to make love with other person?
To some extent it is not necessary, but most of the ordinary people, what they want, what they expect, why they are thinking that, how they can survive to the upcoming generation or to the generation of the generation.
But in modern days, somebody is not getting
There is
married.
somebody means what? A female,
Yes.
not use man. Okay? So you just think, if you want to survive yourself, yes please.
Sir, can you please explain the setting of the poem?
Setting of the poem is a very tough to find out the time,
Confusing
place.
to me.
Yes, that's why I haven't asked that question to you as well. Okay, you have seen that. And one thing you have noticed that there are some terms, some interpretation I have given which I haven't discussed earlier. That's why today even I didn't ask you as well. Okay, so here from where he has actually asked, it is tough to. Nowhere I have found that no critics explain. Most of the sonnets, you will see that he has written that way. But we can say that from the background, we can say that he has written it from his home and addresses to his friend. What is the action? Action is to pursue his friend. Pursue. What is the tone of the poem? You have seen the convincing or the pursuing tone. Frequently he is trying to pursue the people. Okay, and he has already mentioned that optimistic mode we have found there, because he uses all the positive things to convince his friend. Nothing else.
Sir,
Sir?
sonnet has some characteristics. Sonnet has some musical ability.
personal feeling.
Personal feeling or emotion, it should be expressed. Okay. And on the basis of rhyme scheme, sonnet may be differentiate. Okay. So you will see that the interpretations are given here as well. This is the couplet. So line after line are explained here, as our time is limited, so I am not going in detail. So line by line, the interpretation is given here, and you can read it yourself.
Sir, in the case of temperate sonnet, the message comes in first.
No, the couplet. Shakespeare sonnet I have already mentioned. But in Petrarchan sonnet you will get the message where? In the octave. In tertiary you will get the message where?
Sir, Petrarchan sonnet our message by Sir Systematic. প্রথমত স্যার হচ্ছে যে সেই এখানে বর্ণনা দেয় স্যার অক্টেভে, তারপরে মেসেজটা ফুল মেসেজটা আমরা পাই সিস্টেম।
Okay, I will see it myself and I will say that. Okay. Maybe I may be also wrong. Yeah. In the couplet.
So that's the couplet থাকে না না?
Who tell that? There are 4 tertiary and 1 couplet. 4 tertiary means 12 lines and there is no couplet in the Petrarchan. And the rhyme scheme of the poem is already given. The first quatrain, second quatrain, and couplet is here. And the main theme of the poem, the summary is given here, as well as the symbolism are given. So extended metaphor. Remember that already someone has mentioned that very first line is a rhetorical question, at the same time it's a metaphor as well. Here he tries to compare himself, his friend or someone else, with the summer's day. And remember, not only that, the whole poem is a metaphor. That's why it is called a what? Extended metaphor. Here in quatrain 1, quatrain 2, quatrain 3 and couplet, everywhere you will see the metaphor. That's why the whole poem is a metaphorical poem or extended metaphor. Extended metaphor. To be an extended metaphor, you must remember that when you see that there are hues means the whole poem is actually a metaphor. That is called a extended metaphor, and it is rare case we have seen, not all the time. Just even to other clear. And to whom he addressed? The young man point of view, obviously from the first person point of view, he addresses everything. And addressing, who is the addressing? Addressing means the young man. Okay. And a tone is enduring deep devotion for a lover. Okay. And the figure of speech you yourself do that one. Just 1 or 2 I have set up there. First one, you have seen that the first line is also already I mentioned, and this is also thou art more lovely and more temperate. Thou art love. Directly he compared. He says that you love. Love is lovely and thou art, you are lovely and the more temperate. It's a comparison. Okay, extra. And then personifications already here.
Last line.
What? Rough wings do shake. Wings are shaking. So here we have seen that wings is personified here. Sometimes to halt the eye of heaven shines. Here eye of heaven shines. What does it mean that? Eye of heaven.
Eye of heaven.
That basically heaven is a place. It's not a human, but human or animal, which is
That
eye.
means sir, the sun.
The sun. Eye of heaven. Here he means the sun.
Yes.
Okay, the sun shines. So it is written in that way. And here you can see that it's a
Compared with human eye.
human eye.
That's why it's
That's why it's a personification. Okay, thank you so much. Then nor shall death, but what thou ownest in his shade. Here, what death is a personification, personified here. Okay, death is a personification because death cannot claim.
Sir, shall I compare to a summer's day, sir? Is it a personification?
Which one shall I?
Shall I compare?
Summer's day. Obviously, you can say that in that way, but here it is not responding at all. Okay, just you can say it's a metaphor. Enough. anaphora already I have mentioned that what is an anaphora. So you have seen that the lines are last two lines we can say that it's an anaphora because so long plus the structure is started with the word so long plus. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So thank you.